And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Signs of Carcosa. This is a small expansion for Eldritch Horror. This is the latest small expansion. I've actually been playing through just the small expansions instead of the large ones. There's the Mountains of Madness and some other things. Because I like these small ones, they just add more stuff. They don't add a whole lot of new rules and new boards and things like that. So this one adds one new bad guy, Haster. It adds some more heroes. It adds a bunch of stuff. Let's take a look at what's inside the box. As always, there's a lot of different new cards that come to the game that are going to be added to the different piles. I mean, some of the piles are going to get really big at this point in time, and that's fine. There's more weapons. There's some new spells. What do we got? We got Binding. The Summon the Baiki. This is a kind of a monster that is going to be brought into play by the bad guy from this one here too. And Mind's Eye, where this one lets me re-roll a die. There's a lot more conditions. Now, some of these conditions, I believe, may be from some of the bigger expansions, but most of these are new. We have the Blight. I really like the Martial Prowess. This one's great. You can use it, but then you got to flip the card and see what happens. There's the Promise of Power, which is kind of like a dark deal. I have to say, the conditions has always been one of my favorite parts of this game. This one adds a whole lot of new conditions, so I'm pretty happy with that. However, there is Hastor. This guy is all about making people go insane. Interesting enough, you only have to do 2 mysteries to beat him, and he comes with a lot of them. I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So playing against him is going to add a lot of variety. I mean, he also adds his big decks of cards and things when you go up against him. But he's going to be making people go insane. This guy is more about making people go insane, I think, than any other monster. When he awakes and he's trying to make people go insane. There's also 4 new characters. The Magician. These are characters that I remember from Arkham Horror, actually. And this guy I like because he can get extra spells. She can basically stop people from getting a debt condition, which is pretty nice. She can get trinkets. This game only includes 1 trinket, or this expansion, Fine Jewelry. But there's a lot that come in the basic game. We got the Derringer. I didn't realize that was a trinket. The Puzzle Box, Lucky Rabbit's Foot, Pocket Watch, etc. So she can pull those, so that makes her handy. And then the Gangster here can get item or service assets from the pile. So both these people are about getting things from the reserve pile. And the Gangster's always been one of the guys I liked from Arkham Horror. And that's, I guess there's prologue cards in this one. They're in several of the expansions where you turn over one of these. And it kind of gives you a prologue to the game. It can be good, it can be bad, it can be a mixture of both. And it adds some bit of variety. And that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of other new things that are included with his. Oh yeah, well, I'm sorry. There's these. Impairment tokens, some things will give you these. These permanently drop your abilities down. Isn't that special? Thanks a lot for making the game harder. And in fact, the rules mention right here, if you notice, insane game difficulty. We're not even going to look at that. We're just going to put that away because that is craziness. So that's what's in this expansion. It's not as impressive as the amount of stuff that came in the last small expansion. The Strange Remnants, but still pretty cool, and there is a lot of stuff in the box. As always, I like the more stuff. I like just having more things. So let's see some of the items this one has. 3-card Monty, Assassination. When you gain this card, choose a monster on any space. That monster loses 2 health. I like that. A Tommy Gun, a Flamethrower, an Enchanted Cane. It gives you +3 attack during combat encounters. I like this stuff. I like having more stuff. And you know what? This expansion is more about that than the last one. The last one was Strange Remnants. And this one added, if you're going to get one of these, this is the one to get, okay? Because Strange Remnants has the focus action, which I really like. Signs of Carcosa, I think I like Hastor better than the bad guy who came in Strange Remnants. But it has more stuff, more conditions, and some more of the extra cards that go in the deck. But if I'm picking between the two of them, I get this one. However, this one is also a very simple one to get, right? Signs of Carcosa, does it add a lot of complexity? No, it just adds more stuff, and that's always my mantra with Eldritch Horror. More stuff, more stuff. I want to go on adventures that are different and unique and interesting and fun, and I don't necessarily need to have new mechanisms added to the game. Even the new, like Headstrong, a condition here. I like that. I mean, it's not a difficult thing. Once per round, when you would lose sanity, you may test sanity, and if you pass, prevent the loss of 2 sanity, and flip the card. Great. So I flip the card, and now I might have gone, I might lose more sanity because I'm headstrong on this thing. Oh well. And I like that kind of aspect of the game. I love the different conditions that you can get. I like having more weapons. I like the fact that there's more of these cards so that when you go to these locations, you're never quite sure what you're going to find in Arkham or San Francisco. So, cool expansion. Not as good as the last small one, I think, but it adds exactly what I'm looking for, and that's, again, more stuff. Dice Tower Judgment. Excellent.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.